Banana cocktails, I'm willing to bet, is the most overlooked category of a cocktail here on YouTube. But today I'm going to right that wrong because I've got 5 fantastic cocktails for you to try, all of them involving rum. Now, for most of you, I'm willing to bet you're going to be using a banana liqueur. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've got 3 of them behind me, 3 different brands, and they're all fantastic. Some of you might even be using a banana rum. And look, all these recipes can be adapted to whatever product you've got. But I am going to be using something a little bit different. And no, we're not going fresh bananas because we don't do that here on this channel. We go syrups and purees. And this is Real's banana puree infused syrup. And what does that mean? What is banana infused puree syrup and all those words? Basically means this bottle is 40% actual proper bananas, 40.3 I think this is, blended with sugar. So it's got plenty of proper banana flavour in here. But look, let's not turn this into a sales pitch. Let's dive into the first cocktail, which is not only one of my favourite banana cocktails of all time, but it's also one of my favourite rum cocktails of all time. And that's the Rum Runner. So your first ingredient is your rum. I would say at least go an aged rum. An aged Jamaican rum would be really good in here as well. But as we're British, as we're English, we are supporting local. This is Dropworks, a dark rum. We want 60 ml. Your second ingredient, I think this is critical to this cocktail, is a blackberry liqueur. I would say that yes, you can use Chambord. Chambord is black raspberry. It's very different to blackberry, so creme de mule. You could get away with Chambord, but it is going to taste better with a creme de mule. So you want about 15 ml, half an ounce. Then it's your pineapple juice. Look, I always go in this sermon, but the better the pineapple juice, the better the cocktail. Try and use 100% pressed if you can. Try to avoid the concentrate stuff, but you want 60 ml. Then we want 30 ml, 1 ounce of lime juice, 10 ml of grenadine syrup. And your final ingredient is the banana puree. Look, if you want me to adapt these recipes for banana rum or banana liqueur, just give me a shout in the comments below. But for this banana puree, you want about 20 ml. Tell you what, that's totally going on pancakes for pancake day. And after a good shake, strain it into your favourite highball glass. I love that because it's fruity, but not overly sweet. It's boozy fruity. The lovely banana note that comes through there. But you've got a berry note and the pineapple as well. It's a fantastic rum punch for all intents and purposes. But it just works so well and it's such a great cocktail. Now for your second banana cocktail, this could sort of cross over in Daiquiri world. We're going to do a Caipirissima technically because we're using rum, not cachaça. So it can't be a Caipirinha. I'm going to try and make this the easiest way. Bearing in mind I'm using a puree, not a liqueur or banana rum. But this is, oh my God, this is fun, but pretty damn bloody tasty. So yes, normally I would use lime juice. It's the fat-free method. I've always got lime juice, but I'm aware that many of you won't have lime juice, so you'll actually have a lime. So get rid of the end, half a lime, quarter it, and then we just want 3/4 of the lime cubed up. All right, so half that, job's a good one. And the thing with Caipirinhas, Caipirissimos, Caipiroscas, when you've made 3 of them, you've got enough limes left over to make a 4th one. Then your next ingredient is the banana puree. You probably could actually get away with using fresh, ripe bananas here if you really wanted to, but why would you bother when you can get this really easy, long life, shelf stable? It's actually got proper bananas in it, so we want about 20 ml. Then we're going to take a muddler or a rolling pin or whatever you've got, and we're just going to mush those limes up. Get all that juice out of the limes, but all the flavour out of the zest, but also blend in that banana puree. Chuck some ice in your glass. If you've got crushed ice, I do think that's better, but it's not critical. Now, banana and coconut is just such a great combination. There are multiple different coconut rums out there. Out and out, what you would expect a coconut rum to taste like, my money's always with Coca Canu. It's been around since the year dots. It's been rivaling Malibu for God knows how many years. Malibu is like a liqueur. It's like loosely sort of rum liqueur, but it's like so much sugar in it, 23%. It's great. I love it. It's great. But this is proper. This is a coconut rum, actually made by Ray and Nephew, Appleton. So decent. And you want about whatever, 45 mil, 60 mil, whatever you want to use. Now look, this is a toughened glass, and the reason I've used it is because a shaker will go over the top like that. You could just use it up on if you're at home with a bar spoon, but if you've got a shaker that fits over a toughened glass like that, it's the easiest way to make a caipirinha. Then after a quick shake, dump that straight back in your glass. And this is where I'd love to have crushed ice. You could just whack that on top there and it looks stunning, but just your little bits of ice just sit on top. There is so much fun to be had with that. Oh, I know if I'm putting that on a cocktail menu and people try it and order it, that is going to be the best seller by a mile, because that is so fun, so tasty, but not that sweet. Coconut, banana, citrus, just balances. That's really, I'm going to struggle to make a better cocktail than that in this video, I tell you. Now I know after cocktail 2 that I said I'm going to struggle to make a better cocktail, but actually, do you know what? These are all going to give it a run for the money. The next one is flipping tasty as well. It's a spiced banana daiquiri. Now don't zoom forward, because there is another ingredient coming up in here that you might not think about. You just think, oh, it's just going to be rum, lime, banana. It's not. All right, it's really not. So first ingredient, you're going to start off with your favorite rum of choice. We've got Dropworks spiced rum here. Whatever rum you want 45, 60 mils, up to you. And yes, because this is a daiquiri, I am using lime juice this time. I think if you're making cocktails at home, you've got to have some form of lime juice. 30 mil, 1 ounce. Then you want your banana puree. I think 20 mil is always the sweet spot for these. It's going to add a decent amount of sweetness. You can always add a touch more, like we're going to in a second, or you can just leave it as it is. I think it just works. Then to amp up your spice flavors, falernum. I've done a video about this a few weeks back. I think this falernum is cracking. I'm always going to support British over, you know, the Barbados John D. Taylor's Velvet falernum, traditional one. This is a syrup with no alcohol, but falernum is essentially like a lime and almond syrup with Caribbean spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, all those kind of things. So I'm just going 10 mil. Then after a good shake, double strain that into your favourite martini, coupe or Nicanora glass, or you could go over ice in a double old-fashioned glass. Up to you. Not gonna lie. Oh, the spices in the banana. It's like you almost want to put caramel with that as well. But it's so tasty. Would that work with the coconut rum for the previous cocktail? Yes, absolutely. But I just love the spice note of that. Now, next up, we're going for a painkiller. Now, painkiller is typically just a pina colada with dark rum instead of light rum and orange juice in there as well. But we're swapping out the coconut and we're going for the banana instead. And another little twist as well. Now, for your first ingredient, you want a dark rum. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole legal hoo-ha. You should be using pussers because it is legally trademarked and a painkiller is there. Just change your name, change your spelling, whatever. Use your favourite dark rum. We're going for Dropworks dark rum right here in the UK. As I said at the top, this is traditionally orange juice mixed with pineapple juice. And you can go that way. Of course you can. You might guess what filming session is this. If you're a regular viewer, you'll have seen this in a different video, but I've got some here. Why not just use tropical juice? Because it's got orange and pineapple juice, but it's also got mango and passion fruit juice and a little bit of citrus in there to balance. And it just works. So I'm going for 90 ml of this. Then the final ingredient, instead of your coconut, we are going banana. So it's 20 ml of this banana puree. Now, if you want to go traditional, you could, of course, add coconut in there as well. Heck, why not? But for this, we're just keeping it simple. So we're swapping the banana for the coconut. Then after a good shake, strain that into your favorite glass. Then as it's a painkiller, you want a traditional garnish as well. And that is just a little sprinkling of nutmeg powder. And look, I love to cheat. Why would you grate fresh nutmeg when you've got ground just like that? Really easy. Every supermarket has it. Do you miss the coconut from that? Absolutely not. That is a fantastic replacement for the coconut. Takes it in a different direction as well. That's just incredibly easy. How many ingredients do we use? What, 3? That's a fantastic punch, if you like. Is it better than the original? It's close, I tell you. Now, for your 5th and final recipe, this fits absolutely nicely with my membership community's cocktail of the month. When I'm filming it, I think this might cross over months. But this is a banana Mule. I think I should have called it a banana stormy, really, but let's call it a mule. Let's not go into the whole legals of what a dark and stormy should be. Let's call it a mule. Simple. Now, look, because we are using this banana, you probably do want to shake this. I don't think you could probably faff around and like mix it in with the spoon, but you kind of do want to shake it if you can. But I've picked a nice glass that actually does fit with my cocktail shakers, so I can just go boom. Like that. Job's good. So the first ingredient choice is going to be your rum, your favourite rum. As I've said previously in this video, I think Jamaican works really, really well. But look, I will always support local if I can. British rum is fantastic. This Dropworks dark rum is absolutely incredible. So 45, 60 ml, whatever you fancy. 10 ml of lime juice. Now, yes, this is one you can very easily swap your rum for a banana rum and do a banana mule. Of course you can. I think that's going to work exceptionally well. Of course it is. But what you gain in easily faff-free, you lose in texture and actual flavour, because this is just fresh banana. It's all it is a banana puree, and it tastes so different and, in my opinion, better, but it's completely up to you. But I'm going for 20 ml of the banana real. Then after a quick shake with a couple of fresh cubes of ice, we're just going to chuck that straight back in the glass and then top up with your favourite ginger beer. Oh, that is so good. Do you know what? That coconut rum would work in there as well. But I love the dark rum. Spiced rum in there. They're all going to work. That is so flipping delicious. Love that. So there you go. There's your 5 banana recipes. Again, if I said it at the top, if you want me to sort of adapt these for a banana rum or a banana liqueur, let me know in the comments below. Quite easily to do that for you. If you've got any other suggestions for this, let me know as well. I'll see you next time. Cheers.